I was trafficked when I was a minor from San Francisco to New York, and then from New York to Paris. One of the agents at the New Faces division took a liking to me and took me into her apartment, which was connected to the model's apartment. And that was actually like a good thing. You might have a chance of making it. Her boyfriend made a move to hit up on me. He, I think, put his hand up my shirt and tongue down my throat. And I was a kid. I was 16. I was a little girl that did not have a model that was safe, that I wasn't seen.
This is a story that needs to be told. I'm getting emotional now. It's incredibly difficult to walk around and have people fling their desires onto you as a young person.
When somebody crosses that sacred boundary, when you are a young person and somebody looks at you in a way that's inappropriate, it is a violation. The way to change it moving forward is to raise our young people in a way where they get to name it.
It's something that we need to break down the shame around, even, because maybe our parents didn't have that conversation with us. I was blessed that my parents did, and they told me the difference between sex and lovemaking. They let me know any man that you let penetrate your sacred womb space, you will be connected to forever. And it wasn't shame-based. It wasn't fear-based. It was just, here's the energetic implications of the choices you're going to make and empower yourself. But I'm curious, with all of your experience and everything you had to go through and just be an absolute warrior to make it alive through, how do you bring a love-based message, but still bring in that discernment piece to your beautiful young daughters?
Having been in such disconnect for so long, my greatest spiritual path and endeavor is to be in connection. I've not hidden my life from them. There is not a part of me that hides today. They know me completely. And so we've had a lot of conversation around sex and sexuality, and we have a very healthy household in talking about sex and also no expectations. All of us are on paths of self-discovery, and to honor that, and as long as my daughters are treated like a goddess or god, and they treat others with respect, and that things are safe and consensual, any kind of exploration is awesome. I've been working within the plant medicine community for 12 years, where I've also seen this dynamic normalized, and women and men sexually abused, assaulted in the most vulnerable states.
Quite often we see Westerners putting the shaman on the pedestal. They have their own shadow.
If you're considering taking plant medicine, who is the facilitator? Where does their medicine come from?
Will you talk about your initiation into Iboga?
Somebody somehow knew that I was suffering and handed anonymously my agent a piece of paper, and on it said Iboga. It was just this wave of compassion and knowing that every single thing that I came here to experience was in divine order. I just knew where I needed to go. And what was interesting is going back to that first experience with this medicine is that I had this vision that I had died. I was a corpse. I was in a village in Africa, and there were all of these children poking me with sticks, and there were vultures around. And when I got to the village to do my initiation, it was that village.
Wow, I'm trying to learn about this world that I live in. And one way that I do that is by asking all the questions I want. That, for me, is the compass. When something feels yucky, we trust that. When somebody tells us we are not allowed to ask questions, who made that rule? Why are questions not okay?
Take notice of that and keep asking questions.
Absolutely.